Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about Naomi Sims, and if that picture doesn't pique your interest enough a little bit, I'm confused because I think it's beautiful, but basically, I'm guessing the majority of you guys have heard of Tyra Banks.
Yes.
Naomi Sims was like the original Tyra Banks. In fact, there would be no Tyra Banks if it weren't for Naomi Sims. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about who she is. I've researched her a lot for the past 3 weeks, and I kind of picked the topic randomly, and then when I started to read more about her, I was so intrigued. She's actually a really fascinating person, and so I feel like I can express this to you guys very well. And why it's important is because we are such a diverse culture now, and I think it's important, not only relevant, but crucial to know how we got to this point and who we owe it to. And she's definitely one of those people. So, like I said, today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Naomi Sims. I'm going to talk about her early life, her breakthrough into the modeling industry, and the legacy that she's left behind her. So this is a picture of her going into New York, and that's one of the pieces of advice she gave earlier, later in her life, actually, sorry, not earlier, when she wrote a book. But anyway, so this is kind of like a timeline of her hardships at home and her early life. She was the youngest of 3 sisters, 3 girls. Her mom fell sick and gave them up for adoption, or actually she only gave her up for adoption and kept the other 2, which is really bizarre. It's kind of questioned why Naomi was put into foster care, but she was when the dad left. And so in foster care, she was the only black daughter into an all-white family and felt more like the help than as a daughter. And she described it as lonely. This is in People magazine by Barbara Keever. Describes it as lonely, and I moved around a lot. She was forced to be self-reliant. So then in school, she also struggled. She was super tall and, again, one of the only black students, and so people kind of picked on her for that. As the same day that she graduated high school, she moved to New York to live with one of her sisters who had already moved out and decided to get into modeling after not being able to afford Fashion Institute. So it took her a while to break into the industry again. There was absolutely no market. And Erica Taylor from Black America Web also said she was told that her skin was too dark. There was absolutely no market for black models in the industry. However, she was determined, and she went to the photographers directly instead of getting picked up by an agency because all of them told her skin was too dark. And so she actually met Gosta Peterson, who shot this image of her. And once she had a cover, she was able to meet with Wilhelmina Cooper. I don't know if you guys have heard of Wilhelmina Models. It's an agency in LA. So Wilhelmina herself, she met with Wilhelmina and made a deal. I will put your number on my cover if you spread me out. And so Wilhelmina signed her, and that was when she scored this gig with Ladies' Home Journal. This was her breakthrough, this cover, because once this went out, she was in such high demand and started doing other really huge magazines. Her face was all over the place. And Wilhelmina Cooper described her as, she could make any garment, even a sackcloth, look like sensational haute couture. So that was her experience in the modeling industry. However, she really didn't like it. She didn't think that people held models in high regard. She thought people thought models were stupid, and she didn't enjoy being a model. In fact, she said it was never my intention. But after 5 years, she went into her own business, and that's kind of when she became not only this face of color in society that hadn't been seen before, but as well as being an ambassador and speaking up for the rights of black women. So she wrote 3 books, including All About Success for Black Women, and that was her most popular, which had quotes like earlier, never shake hands sitting down, don't curse, just quotes to really inspire people to hold themselves the way she did. She was also the face of Black is Beautiful, which was a huge movement in the 60s and 70s for black rights, and she appeared in 2005 at Oprah's Legends Ball. So she paved the way. Oh, this is an important quote. Naomi was the first. She was a great ambassador for all black people. She broke down all the social barriers, and Halston is a designer. She paved the way for the black models that we know now, Tyra Banks, Naomi Campbell, Joan Smalls, Jordan Dunn. She made this movement possible for all the other models that have come and succeeded in the industry now. She could have easily been satisfied with using her looks to change society, and she did do that because she was black. But she did more than that. Again, she had that book, multiple books inspiring black women, and she also started a beauty line called the Naomi Sims collection, which had hair like wigs for black women that she designed in her apartment by herself, using sciences and like taking hair samples everywhere that she went. So she was a really inspiring woman, and she made a lot possible for today. Again, so today I covered her early life, her breakthrough, and her legacy that she's left. And I hope that when you've learned something about Naomi Sims, and even if you forget her name tomorrow, you know Tyra Banks, and you know that Tyra Banks has somebody to thank, and that's Naomi Sims.